Hey guys, Tracy with you today and welcome to today's video blog. Today I wanted to show you the process that really helps me every day to receive clear answers from the universe, from my higher self, from my angels, from my spirit guides. You know, I speak about meditation, but this is a kind of a foundation. I also love to use tools. If you combine meditation and these tools, you can receive so much clarity. And people often ask, Tracy, but how do you know if you're getting your yes or no answer? How do you know it's really the right answer? And the truth is, you have to follow a certain technique. And the technique is really to allow yourself to trust yourself enough without having any judgments, without imposing your own energy and your own answers. It's like, should I do this job? And you want it to be yes. You want it to be yes. You're forcing, you're just like you're imposing your yes. So before you use any of these tools for yourself, now to tell your own future, if you want to read your own fortune, is really to empty, to become like an empty vessel. Let me know, what do I need to know? Have this level of confidence in the universal guidance and universal wisdom. Be prepared that you may receive the answer you don't want to hear. And if you can't quite do this, then you're gonna have to go and have somebody else to help you with this. But when you learn to center, when you learn to really place yourself in the position of allowing the guidance to come through you, I assure you, you can use these tools with high accuracy and you can get great answers. So the first tool that I love to use is a pendulum. Pendulums are probably my most favorite tool. And that's because it's portable. You can place it anywhere. You can keep it in your bag. You can place it as a necklace. So the key here is that the crystal, if you're using a pendulum, which is a crystal, that crystal has your energy. So it means you hold it, you clear it, you work with it. You're not sharing your crystals with other people because you really want this to be really simple. Your knowledge, your energy is in that crystal. So every time you do this process of yes or no, should I do this? Should I proceed with this decision? Should I trust this person? Or in any way that you're working with the pendulum, receiving yes or no from the universe, you can just simply have this crystal report to you, tell you what you need to know. So centering and grounding, do meditation, clearing, emptying your mind, inviting the universal guidance, universal wisdom to help you receive the right answer. Be prepared to receive whatever answer comes. And then you can use your pendulum. Now, I'm not going to show you how to use a pendulum because I've done that before. I've done videos on that. But this is probably one of my most favorite tools. It's great for business decisions. It's great for just basic everyday guidance. If you internally feel like something is true, something is worth pursuing, and if your pendulum confirms that, it's very likely that you should proceed with a decision. So it gives you a lot of guidance. So another tool that I love to use, they're oracle cards. I love to work with angel cards. I connect with angels telepathically. I receive downloads of information from angels every single day. But if I need a tool for guidance from angels, I will use angel cards. And by the way, that's not sponsored. I just love these specific cards. And of course, you can use During Virtues, angel cards, any deck of cards that can give you an insight to your situation. So what I do, basically, I just clearing and grounding, asking the divine wisdom to show you the right answer. And then in this moment of openness, relaxation, I pick up a card. And this would be my answer. Learning. Okay, so every deck of cards has some sort of guidance to it. So if you're not sure how to read the symbols on the card, what you'll do, just read your message, because every card comes with a specific message. So use this guidance as well, because it's awesome and you can learn so much about you and the world around you when you use just this universal principles, universal symbols, understanding what's going on in the world that you cannot see. So another very, very important way for me to receive guidance from the universe is to go in nature, because nature is alive. There's a whole world of nature that is so healing. And every time when I'm in nature, I dissolve, I disappear from this planet. I go into this timeless awareness. And I have received so many greatest ideas when I was in nature. It would be just like a spontaneous knowing. It's like, I just know what to do. I felt so good and so peaceful here, and I received my answer. That happens every day, and I could be struggling with something just not working out, but then I'll go out in nature and I'll receive my answer in like 5 minutes. So the more you connect with nature, the more intuitive guidance you receive. Another way that I wanted to share with you that is really, really powerful is to receive your answers in dreams. So before you go to bed, if you have a question, you know the time when you're not quite asleep, you're just kind of sinking into deep sleep. So there is this moment when your consciousness is kind of slowly disappear. So this is a really good moment for you to ask a question, say, my higher self, in my dream, please help me to understand this particular situation. What do I need to do? Allow me to receive answers in the sleep, in my dream. And when you wake up, this is a very sensitive time because you may still remember your answer. If you wait too long, your conscious mind will just sort of wake up and just give you all kinds of thoughts and feelings. But the first few minutes when you are awake and your mind is still very peaceful and blank, remember the answer. You know the answer. Always wake up knowing that the answer is there. It's there. You don't have to force it. You don't have to try to remember it. What was it? It's like, here it is. Here's what I should do. And then you can go again in nature and ask again and receive even more guidance. And then you will realize that there is so much wisdom, and all you have to do is just really tap into it and use this magical universal energy for anything. And you can create the life that you want to have, not to be at the mercy of circumstances, not to allow sort of other people's agendas to play a role in your life, but you become a creator, you become a master of your circumstances, and you use all of these tools for guidance. Here you go, my friends, some thoughts and ways for you to receive clear answers from the universe. I hope this helped. And if you want to share your stories, please put them in comments below. Be well, be blessed. I'll chat with you in the next video.